Newcastle's future is getting interesting. From Newcastle sporting director Paul Mitchell, revealing insights from crucial discussions with the club's owners regarding the summer transfer window, to uncovering the hidden truth about what really happened regarding the Marc Guehi move, to revealing how Newcastle's transfer strategy is about to change, to discussing the secret details behind Eddie Howe's relationship with Paul Mitchell. Plus, we'll also uncover the game-changing injury developments that could make or break Newcastle's season. As per, join us as we discuss the latest Newcastle United news. And if you don't want to miss out on the captivating Newcastle United documentaries, be sure to check out our other YouTube channel, by the way.
Let's go!
So starting off, Newcastle United's sporting director Paul Mitchell confirmed that he recently met with Chairman and Public Investment Fund Governor Yasir Al-Rumayyan. This meeting took place on the day of Newcastle's 2-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur at St James's Park, marking Al-Rumayyan's first attendance since Mitchell's appointment as sporting director earlier in the summer. The chairman's presence comes after a tumultuous summer for the club, which saw the departures of key figures Amanda Staveley and Mehrdad Goudussi. Additionally, the club faced pressure to sell players like Elliot Anderson and Yankuba Minteh to comply with profitability and sustainability regulations, PSR, while failing to secure a major signing. This period has raised concerns about the club's ownership and its ambition, particularly given the perceived lack of investment over the last two transfer windows. Despite these challenges, Mitchell left the meeting with Al-Rumayyan feeling optimistic about the club's ambition. He acknowledged that while the club's aspirations remain high, they must navigate a more restrictive financial landscape. "We spent pre-match together in the chairman's lounge chatting about loads of different things, getting to know each other personally," Mitchell said. "We watched the game together and, after the game, we had a good catch-up. A bit more formally, just in terms of the vision and the plan. He's super ambitious. I have a few more grey hairs because of the level of ambition that we actually have. Al-Rumayyan is as ambitious and enthused as ever. I only know from my interaction, I can't speak for anyone else, but he's super ambitious and he wants us to perform at the #1 level. He wants us to perform not only through the money we spend, he wants us to be best in class across everything we do, whether that be youth development, the women's team, scouting and recruitment, data and insight, coaching, innovation. He wants our position to be at the top, but to be there for the reasons that people admire as a really well-oiled, well-executed machine of a football operation. That for me came across in his message. He's a smart man," Mitchell added on Al-Rumayyan. "I think he can see that the club is growing, but he's smart enough to know it's moved very quickly over a very short period of time. He knows infrastructure is important, he knows people's IPs are important, he knows a higher overarching framework and strategy is crucial to get to where we want to get to. Using terminology like that shows there's a plan and patience. You have got to then deliver and execute across that plan and timescale. But he's a very intelligent owner with what I received on Sunday when we spoke." Al-Rumayyan famously said on the We Are Newcastle United documentary that the club's ambition is to be #1. And that message hasn't changed. Deep down, don't we all want to be #1 at some point? I don't think there's a bigger target. Having that as an ambition is not a bad thing because it drives us every day to be better. We need to work towards being #1. Does he want us to be #1? Yes. Should we be scared of ambition? No. Despite this, Paul Mitchell, Newcastle United's new sporting director, went on to openly criticize the club's transfer strategy, stating that it was not fit for purpose. After taking on a primarily supportive role during the summer transfer window, Mitchell is determined to make his mark on the club. Following the club's failure to secure Marc Guehi, Eddie Howe's top target, fans and club legend Alan Shearer have expressed their frustration. The Magpies walked away from a £70 million deal for the Crystal Palace defender, ending the window with only 2 new signings for a mere £10 million, much to Howe's discontent. Historically, Howe had more involvement in transfers, collaborating with former co-owners Amanda Staveley and Mehrdad Goudussi, along with head of recruitment Steve Nixon and ex-sporting director Dan Ashworth. In what may be viewed as a subtle jab at some of these individuals, Mitchell noted that the club is facing repercussions for overspending, the inability to sell players, and a limited depth of scouting knowledge. Mitchell emphasized the need for a more extensive and intelligent scouting and recruitment strategy, stating, "Should our scouting and recruitment be driven more extensively with a wider-reaching net? It definitely should." He acknowledged the changing landscape of football, where clubs can no longer rely solely on financial power to acquire players at peak age and price. He reflected on the club's significant investment, £250 million net over the last 2.5 years, and questioned whether the existing model was designed to facilitate further spending without player sales. Mitchell lamented the lack of a successful sales window, which could have allowed for reinvestment into the squad. Going forward, he stressed the importance of a more strategic approach that has been missing in recent years. "I'll know whether we've done a good job in 5 years' time," he concluded, indicating that the long-term success of his strategies will ultimately determine their effectiveness. While Paul Mitchell did not explicitly name Marc Guehi, he addressed the situation surrounding Newcastle's transfer strategy in regards to him, emphasizing that Eddie Howe preferred to focus on one key target. "We had a player as the key, core target," Mitchell stated, noting that discussions with Crystal Palace continued throughout the window. However, he made it clear that, as a new sporting director in a supporting role, he was not in a position to dictate changes after only 7 weeks at the club. Mitchell acknowledged the existence of other potential targets, but stressed that Howe was adamant about ensuring any new addition would add significant value to the squad. "Eddie was very clear that he had to feel comfortable that the person added value, because we have really good players," he explained. This focus on quality over quantity ultimately shaped the club's transfer decisions. He praised Howe for his engagement in the discussions about financial constraints, including the implications of the Profitability and Sustainability Regulations, PSR. "He's a smart head coach who has the capacity to be kept updated on those conversations," Mitchell said, underlining Howe's awareness of the broader financial context in which the club operates. In the end, the decision to prioritize a single player was rooted in Howe's confidence in the existing squad's quality. "It was that player, or he felt that he was comfortable with the quality that we have," Mitchell concluded, highlighting the balance between ambition and pragmatism in their approach. Paul Mitchell also went on and emphasized the importance of not being held to ransom over player transfers, stating, "It's about setting precedents to the market that we will pay fair value for the right profile." He clarified that this approach should not be seen as a lack of ambition on the club's part. Mitchell explained that reckless spending could lead to significant repercussions, including fines and points deductions, which would reflect poor leadership. "If we just spend once again, we become accountable to that," he cautioned, highlighting the need for responsible financial management. He acknowledged the quality of players already in the squad, emphasizing that they were acquired through substantial investment from the current ownership. However, he warned that indiscriminate spending could jeopardize this foundation. "You can sometimes damage it," he remarked, underscoring the delicate balance between ambition and sustainability. Mitchell's insights reflect a strategic mindset aimed at ensuring long-term success for Newcastle United, while navigating the complexities of the modern transfer market. His commitment to responsible spending positions the club to build on its current strengths without compromising its future stability. Furthermore, Paul Mitchell also went on and responded to concerns regarding Eddie Howe's involvement in transfer developments, asserting that the head coach was kept well informed throughout the summer window. "Contrary to opinion, we speak every night more or less, and every day a minimum of once, on all different topics," Mitchell stated, aiming to dispel any misconceptions about their communication. He emphasized that the notion of him and Howe not being in close contact during the transfer period is inaccurate. "All the way right up to the last minutes, he is fully updated and involved," Mitchell explained. Describing their routine, he revealed, "We speak literally an hour a night. In instances where they couldn't communicate face-to-face, they utilized WhatsApp to stay connected." Mitchell acknowledged his approach of over-communicating, stating, "My idea, rightly or wrongly, was to over-communicate." He humorously added that even his wife doesn't entirely understand this need for constant communication, highlighting the importance he places on keeping Howe informed. All in all, This commitment to transparency reflects Mitchell's intention to foster a strong working relationship with Howe, ensuring that the head coach is aware of all developments as they navigate the complexities of the transfer market. By reinforcing this open line of communication, Mitchell aims to strengthen the club's strategy and support Howe's vision for the team's future. But what are your thoughts? Has Paul Mitchell given you all the answers you needed? Then on other Newcastle United news, Newcastle has announced Red Bull as their new energy drink partner. Then Newcastle sporting director has also provided a small update following Willock's second scan saying, "Joe Willock, I know he got injured against Forest, but we all saw what he can bring to this team," Mitchell said. "He'll be back very soon." Emil Kraft has withdrawn from the Sweden squad. Sweden describe it as a minor injury, and that has been confirmed by Newcastle. On the other hand, the Italy manager Luciano Spalletti was recently asked about Tonali's inclusion in the Italy squad after so little competitive game time since his previous call-up. "Tonali trained regularly," he said. "He is a player we have a lot of faith in, so he is coming with us. He is one of those who I have spoken to probably more than anyone else in this recent period. The boy has done a lot of reflecting, and this is another reason to bring him with us." Tonali's inclusion in the Italy squad is a welcome boost for the 24-year-old, as he looks to get back up to full match sharpness as quickly as possible. And if you would like to know the hidden truth about Sandro Tonali you don't know, click the video link on screen now.